Hey guys, Star of Hockey here, playing some Team Fortress 2 as a sniper, and I've decided that sniper is sort of gonna be my I want to talk and say whatever I want to you guys class. So in this video, there's some pretty good gameplay in the background, but that's not gonna be the main focus. Hopefully today I'm gonna be telling you two very, very different stories that had happened to me in my life. I think they're pretty funny, so I thought I'd share them with you. So the first one, and the reason why I've decided to put sniper gameplay in the background, is because I named my sniper rifle the Dream Crusher. Now guys, I'm going to be telling you the story of the Dream Crusher, an infamous cube of epic destruction of little girls' dreams. So it all starts last summer with my job at it's like a carnival that comes during the summer, like for a couple weeks. So I worked there at a games booth called the Birthday Game, and it's like basically you bet on whatever month or holiday you like, all right? And if you throw the block and the top of the block has what you put your money on, then you win like a bunch of girly ass prizes from the top of the rack, right? From anything. So I'll show you a picture of what the game booth looked like, and you can take a look at the prizes. But basically, like there was no like male prizes at all. Like they're all like pink unicorns or Hello Kitty. And it was amazing being surrounded by that all day. But obviously, with that kind of prizes, right, you expect to get a certain demographic of young girls. Like 80% of the people were like young girls, like young kids, and then their parents are trying to win for the kids, or they were older women who were trying to win for themselves, or like 1% of the population was like this one guy who was trying to win it for his girlfriend. But on a certain day, and I forgot which day, I think it was the second last day of the carnival or fair, I guess you can call it, and every single person, every single little girl that looked at the cube while playing the game lost. Now you're like, that's impossible. I'm telling you, every single little girl to walk up to my stand had their dreams utterly destroyed. And each time I would show to the other people who were working the booth with me, I'd be like a hand closing in on their little children hearts, just utterly crushing their hopes and dreams. And I swear to God, so this one little girl played with their family. But she looked at the cube. She saw the Dream Crusher cube, right? So they played, and they played on every single square possible, except for like March. And they're like, no, it's not possibly gonna land on March. Sure enough, the Dream Crusher struck again and ruined this girl's little hopes and dreams. What happens next? They were obviously a rich family, right? So they were gonna try again to win for their little like daughter, I guess. So they come back without the daughter. They play on like 3 or 4 squares instead of like all 14 or 13, and they win because she isn't there, and the Dream Crusher did not see the little girl. So that is my story about the Dream Crusher. I also have a different story. Happened a little more recently during the winter. So we went to me and a couple friends, my sister. We went to see a movie, and it wasn't really a big blockbuster movie. It was called shit, what was it called? It was called um, Space Odyssey. That's what it was called. It was called Space Odyssey. It was the new Space Odyssey because apparently it was some really old Space Odyssey, and they made a new one. So I'm like, sounds good. Like it sounded really good. It's like in space, computer system tries to destroy the humans' expedition. Blah 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 blah. I'm like, wow, that sounds really cool. I'm like, I want to see that. So we went. And I'm telling you guys, it was the worst movie experience I've ever been to in my entire life. So not only did we have to like go downtown, because it's not like a movie that everybody wants to go see. So we had to go downtown to like this one weird ass movie theater. So it takes us like an hour to get there. And I'm telling you guys, the entire movie was an establishing shot. Now, if you don't know what establishing shot is, I put in the top corner, I believe I put in the top corner, a scene from the movie. It's basically where it's playing some music in the background. It's extremely boring and making you fall asleep music. Put it in the background, and the entire 5-minute shot or 3-minute shot is an establishing shot. And if you don't know what an establishing shot is, it's like before it gives you context, right? It gives you context to what's the scene that just happened and where it is. So it's literally an establishing shot of this huge spaceship, but they're moving the camera so slowly, and it takes like 3 minutes to get this camera to get the establishing shot over with. And it was like, oh my god. Okay, the movie, it was cut in half. It had an intermission. The movie had an intermission. The only things that have intermissions are like the boringest of boring things, like plays or ballets or fancy stuff. So this movie had an intermission. My friends woke up. They're like, "Oh, is the movie over with? Can we go home now?" Cause they had fallen asleep. There was guys behind me snoring. I've never been to a movie where people just fell asleep, and it was utterly hilarious. The movie itself was pretty boring. I could explain the story in one word, in a couple sentences of one word each. So it's like monkeys, and then there was a rectangular prism alien, and then there was humans, and then there was the moon, and then there was a rectangular prism alien, and then there was spaceship, then there was humans, and then there was Hal, the crazy ass machine person who doesn't think humans are good enough, and then there's dead humans because he kills them, and then that's it. And then the movie had literally no point. It was like 3 hours long. It was absolutely terrible. I'm sorry for rambling. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this little story time, I guess you can call it. It was a lot of fun for me to do this. And otherwise, thank you so much for watching to the end. I really appreciate it. And if you would be so kind as to like and subscribe, it would really, really mean a lot to me. Of course, I'm Star of Hockey, and I'll talk to you guys next time.